Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video, and today I am going to take a look at my Hidden Fates and Shining Fates collection, as well as some of the Shining Pokemon and Shiny Vault cards that I have. I have one opening that we will add to the collection today, and just a general discussion. So, I just finished watching the Logan Paul box break. So he did one of these back in October, and he's doing another one today, which is February 27th. So happy Pokemon Day to all my Pokemon fans out there. And it is the 25th anniversary officially today, Saturday, February 27th, 2021. So it's been 25 years since the original Pokemon Game Boy games have been released way back when in the mid-90s. So, as far as what happened today, Logan Paul pulled two first edition Charizards, both which had a high probability of grading PSA 10 on the recommendation of that he had an actual PSA grader there that came to the box break, and the amount of money that was in a single first edition box, I think they summed it all up together at the end, was over $2 million. So obviously that's probably going to have a large effect on the market, is going to drive some of this upwards. Now, I don't know if it's going to drive it up as much as it did last time, because the first time was very novel. This is a repeat, although the hype since the first time is just continued to snowball. And so this may feed into and reinforce the idea that money is to be had if you can get any type of sealed product off the shelves. So speaking of which, I went to Target today with my family, and we were searching, my son and I were searching for Pokemon cards. The shelves were completely bare. All right, we're about to take the family out to Target and have a family day. While I'm there, I will check the area for Pokemon cards. I certainly don't have high hopes in the current environment, but I have been lucky at our Target before. So stay tuned, and I'll see what I can find at the store. Yeah, we're going to go check. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. Nope.
Take a picture.
I'm doing that. Completely empty. Alright. Plenty of other stuff, but completely empty.
Come on.
Alright. And I do have video footage of that I'll try to upload at the end of this video here, so that you can take a look at that. But tomorrow I'm probably going to hit a local card shop and game shop that I have here. So I'm actually going to be looking for cards, specifically the WotC era, so the Wizards of the Coast era, the early 2000s, late 90s. And then I will also be looking to see if they have the Pokemon Leaf Green video game. I have the Fire Red and I need the Leaf Green in order to complete the Pokédex, and also just to show another piece of my collection. So I've got a whole bunch of Pokemon games in my collection that I need to show off at some point. So the main goal today, I wanted to just show you one other thing here as far as the market is concerned. So there's an Illustrator Pikachu card here. This is probably the holy grail as far as Pokemon cards are concerned. And the PWCC auction just recently had this auction going, and it sold for $375,000, which absolutely blows my mind. That, you know, there's people that own mortgages far less than this, and this is for a single card, and it's graded at a PSA 7. It's not even a PSA 10. So needless to say, the market right now is just absolutely insane, and people are eating up everything related to Pokemon, as the 25th anniversary is going to come about this year. And it's kind of interesting looking at it, because I completely remember back when the 20th anniversary happened, and there was definitely hype, but there was not this level, and we're just getting started. So I remember even at the climax when like Generations was being released and Evolutions came out with the reprints from the old school 90s cards, and it was hype, but it still wasn't reaching these levels. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look here. So I think what I'll do first is I will go ahead and I will show the actual binder that I have for the basic parts of this set. So these are primarily the non-shiny cards or the non-high hitting cards for both Hidden Fates, the 2019 collection, as well as the brand new one that just came out, which is the Shining Fates. Now, in regards to Shining Fates, one of my 2 pre-orders came in that I have opened, but the other is still, I'm waiting on it, so GameStop hasn't gotten it, and that has a lot to do with the weather in Texas and whatnot right now. So part of my Shining Fates collection is still incomplete. Same with Hidden Fates. I actually have to order some singles offline, because with the price of Hidden Fates going up, I'd rather keep what product I still have sealed and not break it open just to complete some of these. So I can pick up a lot of these singles on the order of, I don't know, anywhere between probably $2 to $10 per single card. So I'll finish the collection that way instead of breaking packs. As fun as it is to break the packs, I'd much rather keep it sealed at this point. If you take a look at the value and how popular Hidden Fates is. Hidden Fates has definitely been probably the most popular set since, I would argue, the early 90s, maybe some of the earlier EX era type stuff. So, that being said, let me just grab the camera here. So hang on with me as I manipulate this around. And we can take a look at the collection here. Okay, so this is the Hidden Fates collection that I've got. And let me go ahead, we'll maximize the screen back on this. Okay, so here's the first page. What I really need on this page is the Charizard. And that's just the regular Charizard GX from this set. It doesn't really go for that much. I want to say it's like $10 to $15, somewhere in there. Obviously, the shiny Charizard is way more. I think that's up to like $700 at the moment. So, got this here. That's a Starmie GX. A couple bucks. I can pick that one up. I really like this Vaporeon art. This one, along with the original one that I showed in the previous video from the Jungle set. Pikachu, I need the Raichu GX to fill in there. I've got Jolteon. That Zapdos art is pretty nice. I like that Zapdos. Continuing forward. Got most of the Psychic types, which they lump the Poison types in there. I did pull Mewtwo, so I do have the Mewtwo GX. And I do have Mew as well. And I'm sorry about the reflection or the glare off of some of these pages because I've got the dining room light there. Okay, so over here, I'm guessing, and I'd have to go back and double check, I think I'm missing like a Clefable and something. What else would be here? A Wigglytuff. And then I'm missing the Golem and Onyx GX, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what would go there. And then I do have most of the trainers. So there's Eevee, and then you go through. These are most of the old school trainers from Kanto. So most of what they have is like Blaine, Brock. They've got Giovanni, they've got Misty, all that kind of stuff. So I am missing some of the trainers. Most likely they're the rare trainers. Again, I could probably pick those up for a few bucks. And then I go up to Sabrina here, and that's where I end. So, yeah, there are technically some of the full arts that would go here, like the Jesse and James from Team Rocket, as well as one of the other ones that I have in my stack of higher value cards, and that is the Trio Birds. So, I will get to that in just a minute there. Okay, and then this right here, continuing forward, would be the Shining Fates. So this is the brand new set that just came out. I want to say it was February 19th of this year. So just about a week or two ago. So I have started to fill in the missing parts that I need here. I have only had, so what did my tin come with? 6 packs. So I've only opened 6 packs towards this so far. But I was able to start filling in some of this. So when I get my next order in from GameStop, I will continue to fill this in. Hopefully I'll pull some more of the common, uncommons, and basic rares that I need to fill that in. And I'll be good to go. And This is starting to break into some evolution stuff that I have back here. So this is 2016 stuff. I've got like a reverse hollow Charmeleon, Ninetales. I've got some other ones, the old school Zapdos art, all that kind of stuff. At some point I'll have to go through my actual base set and jungle cards, but I'd rather do that once some more of them arrive, because I am still waiting some of the jungle hollows. Alright, so I think that's good. And the next thing that we'll take a look at then is the stack of the slightly more valuable cards here. Alright, so this card isn't really super expensive. It technically could go in the binder itself, but I really, really like this card. So this is the Bird Trio, and the Bird Trio full art is just perfect as far as the way it looks. I really like the artwork on this card, and on top of that, it's compared to like the Rainbow Rare, because the Rainbow Rares are obviously more expensive, they're harder to pull, but you don't have the color scheme, you don't have the same sort of clarity on the actual birds themselves. And being a Gen 1 fan and loving the Kanto birds, this is just like, I was so happy. I could care less that this was not a super expensive card. This is a card I almost want framed as like a piece of art. I absolutely love this card. The moment I pulled it, it was one of my favorites. They just did an excellent job with the whole trio. Now, as far as the trio is concerned, and I do have a second one of this because these are the common, what do you call them, the promos that come inside of the Hidden Fates. So, they have, I love the pattern on this. It's like a stained glass pattern. Hold it down here. Try to get rid of some of the glare there. Okay. There we go. The stained glass pattern on the birds. It looks like something you'd see in a church or something like that. But it's really, really unique, and I absolutely love the artwork. So I do have a second one of those in there. But this is, as far as like rarity is concerned, as long as you pick up an Elite Trainer box for Hidden Fates, you're going to get one of these. But still, they go for like $20 a pop. Very, very readily. $20, $30 a pop. And then if you grade them, you can get even more money. A lot of them grade pretty high. Greninja. This was an actual pull that I pulled myself out of my second Elite Trainer box. Obviously, again, very, very happy with that. And Greninja was apparently voted the most popular Pokemon. It might have just been in Japan, but obviously he's a very popular Pokemon. So to pull the shining version of Greninja, so he's got that black silhouette instead of the blue one, was pretty cool. So good one here. This was another one I directly pulled, Glaceon, one of the evolutions. Definitely not my favorite evolution, but still one that I really like and appreciate. So it was nice to pull this. This is about, so the Greninja is about a $60 card, maybe a $70 card. And then the Glaceon's probably about a $50 card. So between those two, I was very happy because you get 100, you know, with the promo card, 100 and, I don't know, 30, 140, around that sort of value. That's paying for one of the Elite Trainer boxes at that point. Because I was picking them up around, I don't know, 140, 150. The prices may have gone up since then. And they'll continue to climb for sure. Because the low print run, and they've pretty much already been sort of picked up and flipped by most people. Okay, so Lucario GX. Lucario is definitely in my top 5 as far as favorite Pokemon of all time. I like the yellow color. I actually like Lucario's original format better. So I do like the blue and the black better than the yellow and the black. This was an eBay buy. So I absolutely wanted Lucario in my collection. I love Lucario as one of my favorites. But this was definitely one that I was sourcing out. Because, again, I am going to limit the amount that I am actually going to buy here. As far as packs, ripping open the packs, it becomes cost prohibitive at some point. I'm going to put this back up here and show the rest from this perspective. See how this goes. Give me 1 second. Again, sorry for my amateur work as I get used to this channel. A little different than my chemistry channel that I have. All right. Decidueye. So this is the next one. This is another one of the top Pokemon as far as a survey that they sent out, what people really like. Decidueye was up there. I like, again, the color scheme here. I do like the shiny version more. I like his wings when they're black like this. They've got more of an interesting black silhouette than what they normally are. But either version I do like. And this was definitely my starter when I played Sun and Moon. So nice to have that one in the shiny collection. Okay, this one's brand new. And this is actually one of my favorites from the Sword and Shield era, which is Boltund. So Boltund is an electric type dog Pokemon, and this was the promo that came with the tin that I bought. So when I called up the GameStop, because there's actually 3 tins that you can get with Shining Fates, I said I want to make sure that I get the Boltund one. That's the one that I'm interested in. So apparently this card is actually very viable if you're playing the actual game itself, and I don't play it a whole lot right now. I just don't have the time, and with COVID restrictions at local game shops, it's been more difficult. But I can tell just by reading the actual print that's down here as far as what the card does. It is a pretty competitive card for an electric deck if you were running one. But one of my favorite new Pokemon that's come out. I tend to be very, very slow to accepting new Pokemon. In some of the newer games. I'm very much a purist for Gen 1 and Gen 2. Again, that's biased because that's what I grew up with. I know I talked about that last time. Was super happy with this pull. So now we're moving away from some of the larger heavy hitters, but these are still, a lot of people call these baby shinies just because they're not like shiny GXs or big ones. But they're still nonetheless nice ones. So I did get a Scyther. And this one is actually, I was pretty surprised. So I pulled it. I was like, oh, nice. I like Scyther. But I was surprised at the cost. So when I went online, I found out this is like a $20 to $25 card. And I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking maybe this would be a $10 card, if that. I was thinking probably more along the lines of $5. So this was a pull out of my first, it was actually, I think, the first pack that I opened out of my first Elite Trainer box. So, very good one with that. Froakie, right? So, since I did pull the actual Greninja, I needed a Froakie. And I have to get the mid-level evolution. I think it's like Frogadier. I have to go back and check the actual name. But Froakie, I needed to pick up. Froakie's actually, I think, kind of undervalued right now, given what a popular starter Froakie is. This card you can pick up fairly easily for, I don't know, $5 to $7 on eBay for the Shining version. And I have a feeling a lot of these somewhat undervalued ones are going to end up climbing in price as we go along. Rowlet. So Rowlet was my starter for Sun and Moon. As I said, this is the beginner, and then that evolves into Decidueye. eBay pickup. No, I'm sorry, not eBay pickup. I actually opened this one out of a pack towards the end of my first Elite Trainer box. Was happy about that. Magnemite. I was able to get a gold Magnemite shiny. This I pulled myself. Dragapult. This is another one of the new Pokemon that has grown on me in the I think it's the most recent generation, Sword and Shield. So Dragapult, this came out of the Shining Fates. So this is one of the newer cards from 2021 in that February set. Pulled a Shuppet. This one came out of my second Elite Trainer box. Happy about this one. I like the ghost Pokemon. They're pretty cool. People are probably going to butcher me because I don't know the names of some of these. This is one of the Ultra Beasts from Sun and Moon. I do remember going around and getting some of the Ultra Beasts at the end of Sun and Moon, but I don't remember all their names. This is, I think it's Popile or Pilepole or something like that. So, got that. Not as excited about that just because I don't remember all the Ultra Beasts. Got a Ralts. This is an eBay pickup, but definitely want the entire evolution line for this, so wanted to get that. And, how do I pronounce this? Copperage. I think this is called Copperage. So this was one that I picked up. Again, one of the brand new ones that's in Shining Fates, that's in the Sword and Shield era, kind of like a elephant type Pokemon. So happy to have that in the collection. And then here I've got, this one's a repeat. I actually have this one on display, so you can see it's in a thicker protective case there. These promos are going to go up in value a lot, most definitely. One of the reasons for that, outside of the fact it's Kanto and it's the birds, is the fact that this is such a unique artwork. So I don't think there's any other type of like stained glass artwork. I could be wrong, there might be one or two. But this is pretty darn unique as far as the artwork on the card is concerned. And that's one of the reasons I like it a lot. I'm very, very bullish on this card as far as the value is concerned long term. But definitely one out in my display piece area. And then this one, I was actually very surprised when I pulled this. This is the Eternatus, had to make sure I got the name right, Eternatus V Max. So this is one of the new legendary Pokemon in Sword and Shield. It's kind of like the central one that you fight against towards the end of the storyline. And this is in the V Max form. So aside from the shiny V Max Charizard, which comes in that set, this is the second largest chase card. So this has a lot of value. Now, when Shining Fates came out, this card initially, because it was so hard to get in stores, the actual sealed product, this card was going for about $120. It's dropped substantially since then. I want to say it's like a $40, maybe a $50 card, depending on where you're looking. But I was still very, very excited to pull it. Just the fact that I pulled it and how difficult the gold cards are to pull. This is my first gold card that I've pulled out of booster pack. So very excited to have that in the collection as well. And I think that's going to do it. So the last thing that I said we would do, I do have, now let me just move my collection back over here. I do have one addition that we are going to add to the collection tonight, and then we'll wrap this up. So this is according to what the post office and eBay told me. I could open this up and it could be something completely different that I was not expecting. But this is supposed to be a baby shiny card that I am adding to my collection. And it's one that I actually already have the GX of. So let's make sure it's the right thing. Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So what I ordered, let me get it out of the protective envelope here. There we go. All right. Looks good. I picked up a Shining Lucario. So again, in my collection itself, I have the larger Lucario GX, and I picked up the just regular Lucario in Shining format from the Hidden Fates collection. So given that I'm such a huge Lucario fan, I wanted to get this. This is about like a $20 card to add to the Shining collection. But there you have it. That is it as far as what I am going to be talking about today. I have to decide what I want to do a video on tomorrow. So I might do a little bit of filming if I can at the local game stores. I don't know how they're going to feel about me filming in there. But there are some other things I want to film. I want to show some of my high-tech Dragon Ball Z cards from back in the day. So I might do like a little display on that. But I'll figure out what I'm going to do later. So that's it. I'm out of here. It's starting to get late. I'm going to go play some Super Mario World on my Nintendo Switch. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you later.